again. Welcome to Fashion Accessories for Grade 10 under the TLE. So we are now on the second week, which is also MELC2, all about tools, materials, and equipment. We are still under quarter 1. So let's go and see what we are going to learn about this week. The most essential learning competency for this week is selecting materials, tools, and equipment for fashion accessory production. Sa Tagalog, pagpili ng mga kagamitan sa paggawa ng fashion accessories. So our objectives for learning is first to identify the materials, tools, and equipment in making fashion accessories. B. Select appropriate materials, tools, and equipment in making fashion accessories. And last, to carry out proper selection of materials, tools, and equipment in making fashion accessories. So are you ready to shop? First off, let us define some terms to help us better understand this week's lesson. First is tool. It is a device or implement, especially one held in the hand, used to carry out a particular function. Example, scissors. Material. These are elements, constituents of which something is composed or can be made. Examples are cloth or fabric. Third is indigenous. It means originating or occurring naturally in a particular place. It also means native or local. Example, the indigenous people of Dumagat. So products from the people of Dumagat are called indigenous materials. Number 4, pliers. These are small tools with 2 handles for holding or pulling small things like nails, or also for cutting wires. Example, chain nose pliers. Number 5, embroidery and tapestry needles. Embroidery needles are thinner, usually long with a very sharp point, designed to move easily through the embroidery appropriate fabric. While a tapestry needle have large eyes but a blunt point that's great for canvas work or counted cross stitch on Aida fabric. An Aida fabric is a type of an open weave cotton. So these terms were taken from Oxford, Merriam-Webster, and Cambridge dictionaries. So let us move on now to the information. Let us now identify the things that are needed for fashion accessory making. These things will be grouped and categorized into 2, tools and materials. The tools are further grouped into 3, namely cutting, measuring, and beading and knotting tools. While materials are also categorized into usual fashion accessory materials, or those are the global ones, which you can access anywhere, and local or indigenous materials, which are only available or native to a particular place. First category for the tools are the cutting tools. First, we have the scissors. They should be made of high quality metal, durable and suitable, light and portable, and sharp-edged. The cookie cutter. Cookie cutter can push out any polymer clay easily. It even has different or assorted shapes and sizes. The craft knife. It has 2 ends. First is the handle on one end and a 1-inch pointed, embedded, or replaceable blade at the other end. Then we have the pliers. We have the chain nose pliers, curved chain nose pliers, crimping pliers. When you say crimp, it means to make folds, curls, or ridges. Then we have the round nose pliers, which has round jaws, flush cutters, wire cutters, the long nose or needle nose pliers. This is the more common one that we see. Okay, so you can read the description on your own. Then we have the measuring and sizing tools. Then we have the ruler and the measuring tape. Lastly, we have the beading and knotting tools. For this, we have the beading needles. These are thin wires with sharp points at one end and narrow eyes on the other end. The tapestry needles have blunt ends and large eyes, so that they are not as sharp as the beading needles. Then we have the embroidery needles. They have longer and thinner eyes than the tapestry needles, as you can see in the picture. So now let's go to the materials. So these are the usual fashion accessory materials, and they can be also termed as global because the materials are available in different places around the world. So we have the stringing materials, of which the wire cable are included, and also the bead cord. And under the wire cable is the tiger tail. It is one of the easiest wires to use because they don't need needles, and the ends are easy to finish with crimp ends. So you'll just be needing a crimping wire, or a crimping plier, I mean, and they can kink or crimp easily. Then we also have the beading wire, which is stronger than a tiger tail. This is the beading wire, and it has a plastic or nylon coating, although it does not kink easily. Then we have the bead cord. Under it is the nylon and silk needle end cord, which is easy to use because of a built-in very fine needle at the cord's end, and it knots very well. Okay, then we have the bead thread, which is it can be nylon based or monofilament based. The nylon base is very similar to a sewing thread. We also have the leather and the cotton cords. First, under the leather and cotton cords are the genuine leather cord, which comes in black, dark brown, and natural colors. They are easy to work with, stringing interesting pendants. So this one on the here on the upper right hand corner is the genuine leather cord. So this one. Alright. Then we have the imitation leather cord. It is more regular in size and color than the genuine leather cord. It is water resistant. Of course, it is cheaper than a genuine leather cord. Then we have the suede cord or the suede lace. It is flat and straight cut. We also have leather cuff bracelets, which comes with snap clasps. So these are the leather cuff bracelets. We also have the bolo cord, which is a braided round cord in vinyl, rayon, and leather. And and the wax cotton cord, or the waxed cotton cord, which is very similar to the leather cord but is machine made and is slightly water resistant. Next, we have the rubber, plastic, and the elastic cords. First, we have those that have rubber cording, which is round, flexible. The rubber tubing, or the hollow rubber tubing, which is used together with the memory wire. And the elastic cord, the ones used for kids working on beads. So if kids will be working on doing bracelets, you can use an elastic cord because this is easy to use for kids. Alright, then we have the fabric cord, the ribbon, and the mesh tubing. There are 3 types under this, or under these cords. We have the rat tail, which is a round satin-like cord, which is smooth and slippery. This one. The braided nylon cord, which is popular for Chinese knotting, normally finished with a loop and knot. And the hand-tied silk ribbon and cord, which comes in different colors and lengths, and they have tapered ends. Okay, then we have the chokers and pendant cords. We have magnetic chokers. They have coated steel-like neck rings with a strong magnetic barrel clasp. Wire chokers, which are convenient, and they have pre-made necklace forms, so they are easy to use because they have already pre-made necklace form. So all you need to do is just to add a pendant to it. And then we have the nylon necklace cords, which are nice looking, unusual, and inexpensive for displaying handmade pendants. Then we also have the chain and wire types of cords. We have the metal chain, which are available in spools, meter, and foot as finished necklaces and bracelets, with a clasp already attached. So all you need to do is just to use a wire cutter or a plier, and then crimp it, and or some they're readily pre-made already, and you just attach a pendant or insert a pendant. Then we have the memory wire. It is a very strong coiled wire that retains its coiled shape even when you crimp it or when you bend it. Okay, it will still retain its shape. Then we have the hem, which comes from plants or synthetic cords such as yarn. Okay, another one for the beads. Okay, still under the materials, beads vary in types and shapes. They are made from a wide range of materials such as synthetic beads, imitation gemstones, plastic, glass, metal, and synthetic stones. Then we have the natural beads, which come from plant seeds, pearls, bone, ivory, wood, stone, gemstones, of which are the real and expensive ones. They're different from the synthetic, and the jute. Then we have those that are molded beads. So they can make a different shape out of these beads, not the usual round ones or the natural ones. No? So these are the metal molded, plastic, paper clay, glass, and the polymer clay. Of course, we have metals. Metals are both functioning as tools and materials for fashion accessory making, examples of which are aluminum alloy and findings. So when you say findings, these are the ones that closest in jewelries, especially earrings. So the ones that you can see here, these are the examples of jewelry findings. Or sa Tagalog, mga pangsarado ng jewelry. So, eto na po ang indigenous or the indigenous materials. These, the ones that are presented here are proudly Philippine-made, like abaca, raffia, buri, magi, pandan, seashells, mother of pearl, and coconut shells. So the materials that or the information that I have shown you are taken from sources outside of the learning module. So when you read the information, it would also be helpful that you go over other supplementals to capsulize your learning, such as the following that you can see. And also visit other YouTube sites or YouTube videos that are reliable, that can help you further understand on how to select materials for your future fashion accessory making. Of course, we have information from our very own TLE fashion accessories learners material from the Pivot 4A module. You can browse through it, read it, and understand it. So there you have it. We'd like to thank the following for our photos. Credits to them, and I hope you have a good studying and learning of this topic. So I'd like to leave you with a Bible verse to help you get by in 1 John 4:16. Sa Tagalog, kaya nakilala na natin at pinaniniwalaan ng pag-ibig ng Diyos sa atin. Ang Diyos ay pag-ibig, at ang nabubuhay ng may pag-ibig at nananatili sa Diyos at nananatili rin sa Kanya ang Diyos. God bless you all and have a good week ahead.